Good morning. Welcome back to your English class. In the previous class, we have finished the three stanzas of Blowing in the Wind, isn't it? Let us see what the poet says in the last part of the third stanza. Then you listen to the stanza. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Yes, and how many times must a man look up before he can see the sky? Yes, and how many ears must one man have before he can hear people cry? Yes, and how many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. What change does the poet notice in the tone towards the end of the stanza? We can see that the tone suddenly changes. It becomes aggressive. In the concluding couplet, the poet says that the answers may move and change, but they do exist. It is in front of us, but we do not see it. He is optimistic that people may pick them up. The answers all are around us. He thinks that the people will pick it. There seems to be a hope of liberty being established, isn't it? Bob Dylan says that the world is out there and everything is there to be seen for those who wish to look. എന്താണ് കവിയുടെ ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത്? എല്ലാ പ്രശ്നങ്ങൾക്കുമുള്ള പരിഹാരം നമ്മുടെ ചുറ്റിലുമുണ്ട്. നാം അത് കണ്ടെത്താൻ ശ്രമിക്കുകയാണ് വേണ്ടത്. അതിനുവേണ്ടിയുള്ള ശ്രമം നമ്മെ വിജയത്തിലെത്തിക്കും എന്നാണ് കവി പറയുന്നത്. You must have noticed the last two lines. The answer, my friend, blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. What is the speciality of these two lines? I have already told you about that, isn't it? These two lines are repeated at the end of each stanza. Don't you notice it? What do you call such kind of repetition? Yes, it is refrain. What is refrain? It is a verse, line, or group of lines that regularly repeat, usually at the end of the stanza, or in a poem, or at the end of a verse, or a song. When it is repeated, we called it a refrain. Refrain. And why did the poet use refrain? What is the use of these type of lines, repeated lines? Don't you notice in Malayalam cinema songs? Not only Malayalam, in all songs, the repeated lines will come. It is called a refrain. A refrain is used in poetry to lay emphasis. Emphasis means ഉറപ്പിക്കുക, വീണ്ടും വീണ്ടും ആവർത്തിച്ച് പറയുന്നതിനൊപ്പം ഉറപ്പിക്കുക. To lay emphasis and creative rhythm, and to make the idea easy to remember. Then to draw the reader's attention. വായിക്കുന്നവന്റെ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കേൾക്കുന്നവന്റെ ശ്രദ്ധ പിടിച്ചു വെക്കാൻ. ആൻഡ് ഫോർ ദ ഇഫക്റ്റ് ഓഫ് റൈമിങ്, ഒരു റൈമിംഗ് ടോൺ വരുത്താൻ. ഇതിനൊക്കെ വേണ്ടിയാണ് റെഫ്രെയിൻ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നത്, ആവർത്തിച്ച് ആവർത്തിച്ച് വരികൾ പാടുന്നത്. യൂഷ്വലി ദ മീനിങ് ഓർ ടോൺ ചേഞ്ചസ് when refrains are used in each stanza. Okay, now look at this picture. There are some words in column A and B. First one, man looks up, sky, ears, people cry, deaths, quest with hope, freedom, consideration, miseries and disappointment, destruction that was bring about. In column A, some words from third stanza. Can you notice? All these words stand for something else. These are images which symbolize something else. That is an image. And in column B, what each expression stands for. Column A യിൽ തന്നിട്ടുള്ളതിന്റെ expressions ആണ് column B യിൽ തന്നിട്ടുള്ളത്. It is the correct answer. Then, in this poem, there are how many stanzas are there in this poem? Only 3 stanzas. 3 rhetorical questions in each stanza. Refrain in each stanza. അല്ലെ ഓരോ stanzaയിലും 3 rhetorical questions ഉണ്ട്. അതുപോലെ ഓരോ stanza കഴിയുമ്പോഴും എന്താണ് refrain വരുന്നുണ്ട്. ഈ 2 വരി ആവർത്തിച്ച് പറയുന്നുണ്ട്. What is the attitude of the poem here? Hopeful. Hopeful and optimistic. Then here we finish this poem. Then next step, we have to start the next lesson, My Sister's Shoes. Today we are going to take the lesson, My Sister's Shoes by Majid Majidi. And the 2 scenes from that lesson. Then here you can see the picture of the author, Majid Majidi. It was an extract taken from an Iranian film, Children of Heaven. Children of Heaven എന്നുള്ള ഫിലിമിൽ നിന്നും എടുത്ത ഒരു ചെറിയ ഭാഗമാണ് നിങ്ങളുടെ പാഠ്യവിഷയം. It was nominated to the Academy Award for the best foreign language film. Now about Majid Majidi. Profile of Majid Majidi. Can you see that image? Then let us go through the profile. Now he is an Iranian film director, producer and screenwriter. He was born on 17th April of 1959 in Tehran, Iran. Then he acted in many films and began his career as a director by creating short films. He started his role of director by directing short films. Explosion in 1981. Khodja in 1984. Examination Day in 1988. And A Day with Pose are some of his short films. His debut feature film was Badr in 1992, which deals with the child slavery in 1998. He described Children of Heaven, which was nominated to receive the Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film. It is the first Iranian film to have been nominated by the Academy. The Color of Paradise in 2000, Bararan in 2001, and The Willow Tree in 2005 are some of his feature films. In 2008, Majid's acclaimed film, The Song of Sparrows, was the opening film of Visakhapatnam International Film Festival in India. He was received numerous awards, a number of awards. He won Grand Prix Award for many times. Ecumenical Jury Award in 1997. He still continues his magic touch on the celluloid to amaze the world. ഇപ്പോഴും അത്ഭുതപ്പെടുത്തിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. Then about this story or about this lesson, to make a movie, we need settings. Which are the things we needed for a film? Settings, characters, script, then camera, shots, etc. Then look at the textbook and read the lesson scene 1 and 2 of My Sister's Shoes. My Sister's Shoes from Children of Heaven, directed by Majid Majidi. Scene 1, Cobbler's Shop. Close-up of a cobbler stitching a girl's shoe. Only the pink shoe and the cobbler's hands are in the frame. The camera moves back to middle distance to show Ali sitting on a low chair next to the cobbler and watching him work. The cobbler finishes stitching the shoe, picks up the other one of the pair and bands them both to Ali. Cobbler, that will be 32 mans. Ali, thank you. Gives money to the cobbler. Cobbler, here is your change. Picks up coins from the money box to cut to the street outside. Seen from across the street. The cobbler's shop where Ali and the cobbler are sitting can be seen. To the right of the cobbler's shop is a door with a curtain hanging on it which appears to open into a row house. Ali is leaving the shop. Ali's voice, thank you. The cobbler's voice, you are welcome, goodbye. A man with a parcel under his arm walks up to the curtained door, lifts the curtain and goes in as Ali comes out of the cobbler's shop. Putting the shoes into a small black bag in his back hand, walks down the street and moves out of the frame on the left. Then scene 2, bakery. Inside the bakery, shots of bread being baked, close-up of a hand putting into the stove, kneaded flour spread on a baking board and taking out the baked naan. Naan means chapati, a large type of chapati. The camera pans slightly to the right to show Ali picking up the naan dropped by the cook and taking them on a cloth spread on a wooden plank. Plank means palagya. The camera moves back to show Ali and 3 cooks sitting around the stove, kneading and putting it inside the stove. Ali finishes taking the naan and ties up the cloth into a bundle. Did you understand anything? I will ask some questions. Only 2 or 3 questions from that. Where is the scene shifted to? Where is the scene shifted to? എവിടെയാണ് ആദ്യത്തെ സീൻ നമ്മൾ കാണുന്നത് എവിടെയാണ്? The scene is shifted to a ആദ്യത്തെ സീനാണ്. ആദ്യത്തെ സീൻ ഏതാണ്? Cobbler's shop, isn't it? First scene taking place in the cobbler's shop. Then the first scene is shifted to a bakery. What is the cobbler doing? What is the cobbler doing? He is repairing a pink shoe. Look into the picture. In column A, there are a number of words. Which are they? Cobbler's shop, 2 mans, kneaded flour, naan. And in column B, there are a number of pictures. You have to match the words with the suitable pictures. First one is what is that? 2 mans, the coin. That is the name of that poem, Two Mans. Then next one, under that, kneaded flour. കുഴച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന മാവ്, ചപ്പാത്തിക്കുള്ള മാവ് കുഴച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്. നെക്സ്റ്റ് നാൻ, ചപ്പാത്തിയുടെ ചിത്രമല്ലേ നെക്സ്റ്റ് കാണുന്നത്. Then the last one, cobbler's shop. That is the correct order. Then what is the cobbler doing in the shop? We get a very closer picture of that his hands. In your textbook that picture is there. He is repairing a pair of pink shoes. Then here our major character is sitting there and watching it, what the cobbler has doing. Who is the major character in this cinema or in this scene? Ali. Ali gets out the cobbler's shop. After getting that shoe, he gets out of the cobbler's shop. What kind of a shot is that? Yes, a long shot. The scene is shifted to a bakery. Now, what is Ali doing? Ali gets into the bakery. Here we get the close-up shot of Ali after entering the bakery. Why the close-up shot is used? Can you guess? What is the reason for using this close-up shot? In some cinemas we can see close-up shots. What is the use of that? Yes, it is used to highlight his feelings. What is Ali doing there? Ali is taking the naan on a cloth. Then, what frame did a filmmaker use when normally the characters speak? ഫിലിമിലെ ക്യാരക്ടേഴ്സ് സംസാരിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഏത് തരം ഷോട്ട്സ് ആണ് ഇവിടെ ഡയറക്ടേഴ്സ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്? ഫ്രെയിം, ഏത് ഫ്രെയിമാണ്? What frame did a filmmaker use when normally the character speak? Yes, middle shot. Please look at the screen. You have to complete the spider diagram. In your textbook, you can see that diagram, spider diagram. Can you identify that? On the basis of reading the scenes, you can answer that. Then here, it is time to say goodbye. Till the next class, goodbye. Thank you.